So Huawei recently teased us with some new hardware and software at their virtual event. More on the hardware. If you want to see that coming to my channel, then be sure to smash that subscribe button. But I want to talk about software. HarmonyOS was a big announcement. Again, that will be in a separate video, but in this video I want to focus on EMUI 11 because there have been some changes to that, particularly around three key areas: the look and feel, the connectivity, and the privacy. So I am using the beta version on my Huawei P40 Pro. Now, as far as the user interface is concerned, you'll notice almost immediately that there have been some changes to the interface. So small things to begin with, like the transition between different pages. This is something that you can customize directly, and it's really nice to see just more options here available. Something called the animation engine, which has been actually optimized for the ergonomics. So one of the things you'll notice, particularly in the phone app, is the way that the phone icon will move away in a much less abruptive way. So the attention is still there on the user interface in front of you. Another change is when it comes to the icons. So a lot of us will use icons in the notification bar, but there is now live icons. So there's a certain level of animation that you'll see when you click any of those icons. So one of the big changes on the UI front is something called Smart Multi-Window. We've seen something similar to this in EMUI 10, but in this version of EMUI 11, it's much more refined. So essentially, you can have floating windows in a particular format, and it will mean that you don't need to lose focus of the main app that you're in. So for example, you could be watching a video, playing games, responding to a message, or searching for something without exiting the main app. And in order to activate this, it's really simple. You tap on the upper right icon of an app in the window during multitask management, and then that will bring that up there for you to do. Now, what is really cool is that you can adjust the size of that window, so you can minimize it, move it around the screen, or removing it entirely. Now, one of the other major UI updates is in the gallery, particularly within the Photos tab. So now by pinching with two fingers, you'll be able to switch between month and day view much more quickly, and it makes looking for images, photos, much quicker and practical to use. One of the other major updates in EMUI 11 is the fact that we also have always on display. So if you go into settings, home screen and wallpaper, you'll find something new here, always on display. And this gives you the ability to customize what appears on the display when you're essentially not using the smartphone. And that means that you have a choice of different graphics, different shapes, images, GIFs, most of which you can customize to make sure they fit your mood. Now, one of my favorites has to be this artistic mode, because in this mode, it just looks really clean and simple. Plus the ability that you can actually take an image or use an image, the AI will extract the particular colors and then give you a more customized or personalized look to this particular mode. There's also been a major update when it comes to the notepad. So essentially now you have the ability to capture photos as notes, and you're also able to scan. But one of the big things is the ability to extract text itself. Now this is really cool because you can essentially take text from a book, magazine, a screen, and the AI system will extract that text and put that within the Notepad app itself. It's a big time saver. So the second broader area of updates is around connectivity, particularly Huawei's seamless AI life. And I focused on this in the past in previous reviews of Huawei laptops, tablets, and smartphones. But there are a couple of updates here around multi-screen collaboration. This now supports multiple windows. So you still have the ability to drag and drop text and files, data transfer, but we also have the ability for the floating windows. So you could be playing a video and also be able to deal with the browser, a number of different apps. This really helps when it comes to productivity, particularly when you have multiple Huawei devices. Now, the multi-screen collaboration update also extends to taking calls. So you're able to take audio and video calls on other Huawei devices, and that can also be activated through the multi-screen collaboration. Now the final area of update comes in the form of privacy. So with EMUI 11, there's more control over the privacy of particular apps and being able to determine which apps are using what hardware from the device. So you'll be able to access this through the settings under the privacy section. You'll be able to see exactly which applications are using things like the microphone, the camera, a range of other elements of the hardware, and then ultimately have control over that. All in all, those are some of the changes to EMUI. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, plus what you'd like to see in future versions of EMUI. And as I mentioned, this is the beta version, so some of these features, newer ones might be added. So hit that subscribe button to see the final version of this software once it's public and goes live. Plus, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And I'll see you for another video here on EMKWAN Reviews. Until then, stay safe, peace, and blessings.